in line with the government of Ghana's agenda to stop the double track system, the Ghana Education Service, with the support of the Ministry of Education, is doing everything possible to ensure that we discontinue the double track system by 2027. So a team has been put together to look at the current system and come out with effective models that could be used to bring us back to the single track we used to have, so that all the challenges we have had associated with double track system and their implications for quality will be dealt with once and for all. So we are here with the team led by the committee chaired by Professor McGrath. Inaugurated to start with. Thank you very much.
Deputy Minister, the Honorable Clement Apak, Technical Advisor to the Minister and Chair of the National Education Review Committee, Director General GES, Deputy Director General GES, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I intend to inaugurate the committee before I make any remark. So do bear with me. Let me put the committee together, after which then I can make some remarks. So first we'll take the official oath. We'll rise and then we'll take the oath of secrecy. You sign after the oath and return same to the Director General GES. Then after that I can make a few remarks. It's important that I know that all the members are here. So Professor Peter Grant, Professor Godwin Awabio, Professor Samuel Atintonu, Professor Smile Jisi Gavois, Dr. Munawara Ishak, D.W. Agbenyo, Rosemont Wilson, Doctor, Miss Augustus Ajamfra, Mr. David Odija, Ado Nicholas Ni Papo, then Prince Charles Ajiman. Then I've requested that Nat, Nagrat, and CCTV should have a nomination to complement the work of the committee. So, given that we have the chair and the other members, you say aye, then we continue. I, with your name, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I would at all times well and truly serve the committee to reverse the senior high school technical school double track to a single track system and the Republic of Ghana in the office of member, and that I would uphold, preserve, protect and defend the committee as by law established. So help me God. We will do same for the oath of secrecy. I, holding the office of member of the committee to reverse the single high school technical school double track, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall come to my knowledge in the discharge of my official duties, except as may be required for the discharge of my official duties, or as may be specially permitted by law. So help me God. So just take your time, sign with the date, and return same. On behalf of the President of the Republic and my own behalf, what assignment is dedicated to your committee? The reversal of the double track system of the free senior high school reform and implementation process was a major campaign pledge and promise of President John Dramani Mahama. What you do and the outcome of your work and its recommendations will measure whether President Mahama and the Ministry of Education have kept faith with the Ghanaian people or not. But be assured that without fear of any contradiction, that in the reforms, as I quoted Boatima Pearl in one of my readings, yes, free senior high school, one of the boldest reforms of our educational system, which has expanded access to free senior high school, is not without problems. And one of the problems is the quality of the free senior high school being offered. The double track system have affected learning hours and contact time and the amount of time students ordinarily will be in school. I mean, all of us sitting here, you've been to school before. When you do 2 months and you're asked to go home, 1 week, 2 weeks, come back, another group, go home, come back, it naturally will affect quality. So there should be no pretenses in Ghana or in the country that all is well with the free senior high school system. But the inauguration of this committee will not be enough. We will need to support you with infrastructure. That the ministry will do, and will take appropriate steps this year in our CAPEX budget. Many of the E-blocks that were being constructed will have to see to the completion of those E-blocks in order that we can expand access. And it is also true that the country was not adequately prepared at the time that we launched onto the free senior high school. We're not adequately prepared with infrastructure for its smooth takeoff, smooth implementation, and to expect good outcomes out of it. But a good measure. But we need to take corrective steps. Professor Grant, you recall that even part of the manifesto pledge was to extend the expansion realm to private free senior high school. Don't hesitate. Let us know what cost is involved. Government will take full responsibility for that cost. What we want is every qualified Ghanaian child who deserves free senior high school must have it and would have it. But he must have it in an environment that allows him to learn in comfort. It is not for students to spend more time with parents than their teachers. That is not how we model the educational provision system, that you come to school and then after a few months you go. Then what Ghana must also accept is that we are not alone. There is a West African senior certificate. So Director General, let me thank you for the leadership you've provided. I trust that you work diligently with the committee, and by 2027 If I say 2027, those who are politicians here will think that I'm looking at 2028. Then Ghanaians will ask us whether we have honored that pledge or not. No, we want Ghana to have a fully functional free senior high school that is adequately funded with supporting infrastructure, both lecture and accommodation. A few of the schools will convert them into boarding schools where necessary, particularly in the rural areas. That will require infrastructure support, but we'll do that in order that they are absorbed into it. I have every faith in your committee, and I trust that you do a dedicated, diligent job. We will support you with the resources that you need to succeed. But as I said, mere announcing the committee would not be enough, Professor Grant. You come back because we still have to support you when you make recommendations that convert this rural school to a dormitory, add additional classroom block here, expand this. I've said it is regrettable that a few of the Get Farm projects dating back 2014-15 that were started, many of them stand uncompleted. From my reading, I have about 62. We intend to work on some 22 quickly with our CAPEX budget, if that allows us. My chief director is here. The CAPEX doesn't look good, but at least there must be a start somewhere. So let me congratulate all of you on behalf of the president. And then, as was added by our chief director, the West African examination system, Ghana is left behind, and some parents are very worried, justifiably, that their wards have to wait for another academic year, because when the results is announced, they are not able to seamlessly move on to the transition. That's the understanding I get. So, DG, I hope that this committee is also going to work with WAEC. I see a representative of it to give us a more acceptable Ghanaian calendar of the West African certificate exams. We want a Ghanaian calendar, and a calendar that sits in tandem with our West African partners in that particular exercise. So don't hesitate to make contact with the Deputy Minister or the Technical Advisor or Director General GS. My office and that of the Chief Director remain very open. So congratulations, I wish you well, and I wish you every success. Thank you.
We would like to express our gratitude to you for, firstly, inaugurating the committee, secondly, for assuring us of your support. As you rightly mentioned, whatever recommendations you would give would have to have financial backing to see the light of day. So we pledge that we will work to the best of our ability and make sure that we deliver as expected of us. Thank you very much.